Compiling on Linux, OS X, and Windows. Let's start by configuring your linker and compiler for Linux, OS X, and Windows. We're going to talk about the linker.args, CPP compiler args, and toolchain variables. We won't go over all the options for the systems, but some basic ones to get you started. In Linux, usually the options are as follows. Let me go ahead and pull up an example build.gradle file, show what I mean. We're going to go ahead and show an example that comes with Gradle in the native binaries directory under a CPP folder. Let's go ahead and edit the build.gradle file. All right. Notice here we've got two big closures, and inside of this one we've got a lot of options. We've got CPP compiler.define. We can define variables here, so we can call them whatever you want. This one's called ndebug. Call it anything else you want. Do it multiple times if you'd like. We're also setting CPP compiler arguments. So in this case, if it's GCC, it sets these compiler arguments. The toolchain variable will tell you what you're running in. In this case, also, it can check to see if you're running Visual C++, and it will set different parameters to make Visual C++ compile correctly. If you want to do multiple values, you just comma delimit them, put them in double quotes, and you're good. You can do the same thing for linker arguments as well. That's a way of using separate parameters that are normally separated by space when you're working on the command line. Here we've got binaries.all. That means for every single type of binary, whether it's shared, static, or executable, it's going to go ahead and run this block of code on each of them. If you want to do specific compiler commands or linker commands for a certain type of artifact, go ahead and use the binaries.withType. And then inside of the closure here, for the parameters, you can specify shared library binary, static library binary, or executable binary. And in that case, if it's a certain type, you can set compiler arguments here by using, again, your toolchain variable. You can tell if you're in GCC, Visual C++, etc., and set specific compiler defines, variables, or linker or compiler arguments.